but it's only just begun. By visiting this page, you have decided to play a game. In order to survive, you must save as I save. In turn, you will receive a clue to your salvation. Make your choice.
Shalom, my good Israelite black brothers and sisters. Yes, this is AlphaHebrew. I'm back on another video, another good teaching lecture video. We're gonna start this video off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, our Lord and Savior, Yahawashi. Yes. So today we're going to talk about America and the currency that they have here, how it's always been racist and how they reveal themselves. Like, they reveal themselves every single time. I believe the first coin was made around the 1700s, 17 something, but myself, right, one of the coins I don't have my oldest one, but I got an 1883 or something like that. But I brought this one because it fits what I'm saying. This is I have a 1901 Indian head, right? So what they did was they killed the so-called Indians, which, you know, we know what color they were, but the so-called Indians, and they put their head on currency, on the money. Very weird, very demonic. And yeah, they did that. And you can't really see it, but on the back of it, you know, it has arrows and things of that sort, right? Arrows going through with their little shield and all that. So they killed the Indian and put them on a coin, right? And they, you know, I want people to pay attention to also the color is brown, right? I want y'all to pay attention to it. Their currency is brown. The color is brown. So when we say the inhabitants of, you know, America, the people who were here, right, were black people, that's what we're talking about. And to further this though, now I have a nickel, right? 1926 nickel. I have this currency myself, right? This is a nickel, and you see it's another Indian head, right? And then they put the buffalo on back. Now, you know, the buffalo, it goes into the so-called Indian man. You know, this was their thing, you know. So they, you know, they killed the people and reminded everybody that, yeah, we're going to put their head on the currency, you know, and this is their oldest currency, right? This is their oldest currency. This is before the Abraham Lincoln and all this other stuff. Now, let's get to the meat of it. Abraham Lincoln so-called freed the slaves, right? Which he didn't. He signed the Emancipation, the Proclamation or whatever. He didn't free anything. It was just a war going on, you know, in a sense, not a war, but a conflict of interest going on. And he did anything to save, you know, their money, right? He wanted the South to be like, hey, look, hand over, you know, those slaves. And the South was making more than America. I want y'all to realize that the South was making more than America. So that's the Civil War and all that other garbage, all them fake wars. That's how it started. You know, it started over money and slavery, us black people, so-called black people. And yes, I brought this one. I have a 1955 S. Ooh, it's fire. But I want y'all to pay attention, right? It's the opposite on camera, but well, at least how I'm looking at it. All right, he is facing the opposite way. Why is Abraham Lincoln the only so-called president that is facing the opposite way? And he's on a colored penny too, and he so-called freed the blacks, right? So the Indians, it's a colored coin, and Abraham Lincoln, it's a colored coin. Now, people are going to make the argument, right, that it's the material that they used. I don't care. I'm going to make the argument, right, with all this copper garbage and all that. I have all the currency, so we're not going to do that. And I'm going to make a part two, you know, because, you know, I want people to really realize how racist and like how demonic these people are. But it's prophecy. They have to do this. We are going to grab the nickel of this generation. So the 2004, you see how he's turned that way, all right? You see how he's turned that way? Now, now this was the Louisiana Purchase, right? And I'm going to put the titles down there for the presidents and stuff like that. So, you know, nobody get confused. Now, this was the Louisiana Purchase coin, right? This was the Louisiana Purchase coin. So how could you purchase a land that was never yours? It was never given to you. It was stolen. You know, these people robbed, killed, raped, and murdered, right? And that was the 2004. Now this is the Louisiana Purchase, right? And it ties into the Lewis and Clark. This is another nickel, right? I want y'all to pay attention. This is another nickel. He's that way, right? And this is the Lewis and Clark. Now these people traveled, and they traveled to do their little conquest thing to try to you know, enslave more people and do the enslavery thing. They wanted to enslave more people to make a lot of profit. That they was just looking to just explore. I believe they was trying to come to the West. And you have, you know, the quarter. I just want to let me just show y'all all these so-called presidents. See how he's facing that way. See, it happens every time. I thought I had my little Don. I'm gonna show that one in a minute, but you see how they all facing that way, and Abraham Lincoln's facing the other way. I just want people to see how I just want people to see how demonic that is. You know, basically they're saying he turned their back on them. They're saying he turned their back on them. You know, now the Indian head was pointing that way. It just resembles power and authority and who, you know, being in charge. They killed them, you know. So after, you know, after they eradicated, well, tried to eradicate the so-called Indians, they made their move. And when they made their move, right, there was people who tried to intervene, right? Now, we're going to skip right to JFK. Now, look, notice how JFK, right? Notice how it's a coin made for him also. But see, he's facing the way that they're facing, but his head is down. His head is down. They're trying to say like he was a letdown. His head is down and he's looked depressed. Why no other president looked like that? And then have his, you know, 1961 to 1963, his years of being a president on here. He couldn't even make it to, he couldn't even finish his 4 years, and they killed him because he wanted, you know, equal rights for black people. You know, he wanted, in a sense of like, you know, not the hatred part or whatever. And he took up for women too, but the hatred part or whatever. And they killed him. You see what they did to him. And Now we get to Saga Sawija, right? This was a so-called Indian lady, right? And see how she's pointed that way, right? She helped the Lewis and Clark guys when they were exploring. She helped them navigate because she was smart or whatever. These are black people that Sacagawea or whatever, black. I don't care what nobody say. They can try to, paint it and to this Indian stuff. I'm just not believing in it or whatever. They're just colored people. Yeah, she helped them explore, and that's why she gets credit, and that's why they put her on the coin. They would never care about women. These people don't care about women. These people are the most misogynistic people in the world. And notice the woman is turned the same way as Abraham Lincoln, the same way as, people who they feel are powerless. And the people that were powerless, they're facing that way, but they took them out. They took them out. Like the Indian, right? After the first Indian head, I'll show y'all one more time. The first Indian head is pointed that way, right? And after they so-called dominated them, they turned them that way, the same way Abraham Lincoln's turned. It's all about power. I know y'all don't see these things and y'all don't pay attention to it. Now some people who pay attention to it, but people don't really pay attention to, like, they're telling us everything about them through their currency. Now people tell us to forget about it and all this, other garbage, but how could we forget about what y'all have done to us, right? They say forget about slavery, but y'all keep perpetuating it. Now we have another coin here, right? And I have to break this down because it's so important. We have another coin here from 2005. This is of this era, this millennium. This is the past, I want to say, 15 years. Haven't even been a complete 20. You see, there go that bull again, right? There it go again, So these people, they have this thing to where, or the buffalo, excuse me, they have this thing to where they do not let things go. They want to constantly show us. Now, I just showed y'all all through time, since they've been creating their currency. I have more. I'm gonna definitely do a part 2, but since they've been creating their currency, how racist they are, how these people want to remind us their accomplishments, all these boats, the Lewis and Clark, all that, Louisiana Purchase, all that. All these people have had slaves. All these people have had slaves. All these people have had slaves. And it's crazy that, we don't, and I have my dime in here. I don't know. I think I left one of my little dimes or whatever, but people, they want to take up for America. You cannot take up for America, It's impossible to take up for America because they know what they've done. Now let's get to some scriptures. Let's get to some scriptures and let's see, let's see what the Most High say, right? Let's see what the Most High say about this. Because he said we were going to be in captivity. That's why I'm not too mad, and I'm not too upset. He said we we're going to be in captivity. But let's see what he said. We can go to Obadiah 1:6. And he says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Right? Most High tell you, it's hidden stuff. We're going to find it. They can't hide from us. They try to, but like now they expose themselves. I don't know if they're doing it purposely or what, accidentally, but you're going to expose yourself. You cannot get rid of things that are documented in facts. Obadiah 1:7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. Now, this is what I'm saying. Like, they say they are friends. They say that, you know, they are for peace and all for equal rights. But all the hidden things will be sought up. All the hidden things will be sought up. They can't hide from us. So we, you know, we have to just pay attention, man. We can't fall into the garbage that they feed us. It's just garbage, yo. We can't fall into that, man. Abraham Lincoln turned the other way because he so-called freed the slaves. And that's a symbol for them saying he turned their back on them. Period. And it's on a colored coin. You know? Then they tried to call them wheat pennies. No, those are Indian head pennies. That's why I have an Indian head on there, because they killed them Indians, and they literally cut their heads off also. Yes, the devil, we know who you are, you know? But yeah, man, I just had to show y'all, you know, what it is, man. It's in your hand. It's crazy, like how the currency passed through our hands every day. Currency passed through our hands every day, and we don't even see it. The message, it passed through our hands every day, and we don't even see it. That's crazy, you know? But it's okay. We're waking up and we're finding out the truth. We're finding out the truth. But if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Follow me on my Instagram. Follow my other page. My Black Israelite brothers and sisters, make sure y'all keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and we gonna take this thing home. Yes, this is Alpha Hebrew. I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all be safe. Peace.